Okay, today we have with us Miss Emily Acker,
Yes.
who is the Director of Residential Services at Youth Villages, formerly Inner Harbor. And we are glad to have you with us today, Miss Acker.
Thank
And
you.
what we want to do is talk a little bit about what was, as some of our viewers probably know better, as Inner Harbor, which is now Youth Villages. So first of all, tell me a little bit about yourself. Background, where do you live, and what brought you to Douglasville?
Actually, it was the Inner Harbor campus that brought me to Douglasville.
Okay.
My husband and I grew up in other states and went to school at the University of the South at Swanee, Tennessee, and were recruited to come and work with the young people at the Inner Harbor campus in the late 80s. We both came and worked with various groups of young men who were in residential treatment, and we ended up living here, buying a home here, and have been Douglasville residents for over 20 years.
So you live right here in Douglasville, in Douglas County?
I live in Douglasville.
Okay, well, great. Well, we're glad to have you. So tell us a little bit about Youth Villages, formerly Inner Harbor, or let's back up a little bit. Tell me about the transition from Inner Harbor to Youth Villages. What exactly was that, and a little bit about the transition?
It was, it's been a really good opportunity for the Inner Harbor campus. Inner Harbor has been serving children and youth for over 50 years.
Okay.
We have a really strong reputation of being a very good, effective residential treatment program in Georgia. In 2009, we merged with Youth Villages, which is a national not-for-profit organization that's currently in 11 states. Merging with Youth Villages gave us the opportunity to really solidify our residential treatment services and provide a full continuum of services to children and families. Our goal is always to have children raised by their families, be in communities, and get as much care as they can in their home community. When residential services are needed, we want to be sure that we can serve the child, serve their family, and then get the children back home to their communities as quickly as possible. So being part of the Youth Villages continuum of care gives us the resources and the opportunities to get kids discharged home successfully and safely so that they can carry on with their lives and be contributing citizens of their home communities.
Okay, so Inner Harbor really was more kind of a local setting, if you will, or local operation that dealt with issues that children have, challenges that they have as far as working in with the community or working with their family unit. And then Inner Harbor then merged with Youth Villages, which had a little bit larger operation, a little bit larger outreach, and it allowed you to provide, I guess, a little bit more services.
Yes, it does. And Youth Villages has a real strong interest in outcomes, a strong research department, and wants to be sure that the residential care we're providing, the therapeutic services we're providing, are research-based, evidence-based, and will produce great outcomes for the children that we serve. That's been an added benefit of being part of the Youth Villages program. So we took a strong organization like Youth Villages and paired it with an organization that really emphasizes outcomes and doing the right work at the right time for the kids that we serve. And it has only bolstered what Inner Harbor has been able to do. So we refer to the campus as the Youth Villages Inner Harbor campus. Very, very proud of our history and very proud of what we can do for kids today.
So goals and objectives to help the children get back into the community, get back into their home settings, their family environment.
Absolutely.
And be more successful doing that.
Right. We serve, in a given year, we serve about 450 to 500 children on the campus. The kids that we serve suffer from a lot of trauma, abuse, neglect, depression, bipolar disorder, aggressive behaviors, a lot of behaviors that cannot be maintained safely in the community. Our goal is to give them the intense treatment they need while helping their families in order to return them back into their communities to be successful. We provide an educational program on the campus. We're a SACS accredited facility. We're a Joint Commission accredited facility. And we provide a large array of services. So it's not just the group therapy, the individual therapy, the family therapy. We expand our services, as you saw when you visited the campus, into therapeutic drumming services, equine therapy, recreation therapy. We want to give children an incredibly broad experience that they can take with them to improve their lives as they stabilize their behaviors.
Okay, so you work with the family as well as the children.
We do.
To help both the family and the children get back together then.
Absolutely.
So the goals and objectives are there it's not just a treatment, but it's goal-oriented so that there are some objective outcomes that you look for then.
Absolutely. And we track, when a child leaves any type of care with youth villages, we track their outcomes 6, 12, and 24 months after they've left our services. Nationally, we're showing positive outcomes 24 months after they've left our services in the 80% range, which is unheard of. So we're very, very proud of what we provide the children and families we serve, and we're very concerned that what we do has lasting effects, lasting impact, and we're always looking to improve our services to improve those outcomes.
Okay. Well, you mentioned that I was out there, I guess, week before last, and that was why I wanted to get you to come be on the show and certainly tell our viewers a little bit about Inner Harbor as it's transitioned to youth villages and the impact that you're having on children's lives, some of them, I guess, within our community as well.
Yes, we serve children throughout the state of Georgia as well as throughout the Southeast. So we serve children from a few states like Alabama, North Carolina, Tennessee, but the primary population is from Georgia, and we serve ages 5 to 21. So we have a full range of children, developmental needs, cognitive needs, behavioral needs, and our staff do a remarkable job serving
So you
these
cover
kids.
a full range of not only age groups, but individual issues as well to go with it.
We do.
Well, like I said, I was out there week before last and was very impressed with the facility as a whole. But the other thing that really struck me is the passion that I saw with the staff that was working with the children. And I watched a lot of that interaction. And sometimes you can go places and you can tell where maybe it's not genuine, but what I saw and observed there was that genuine passion for what they're doing. And the other thing that struck me as interesting, and what you just told us when I first opened the show, was the longevity of some of the employees that are there.
Yes.
And to see that longevity, but then to still see that passion that's there for helping youth and making a difference in their lives, I was very impressed with it, very impressed.
I'm very proud of that. There are many people that I work with today that I have worked with for many, many years, 10, 15, 20 years. And it's a very joyful place to be. We know that our kids come from very stressful backgrounds. They bring a lot of anxiety with them about what they've been through and their situations. We try to create a very serene and healing and therapeutic environment. That means that those of us who work there get to benefit from that as well. And we do have a lot of passion, a lot of expertise, and I'm really proud that we bring these professionals from other areas of the metro Atlanta area to come to Douglas County to work and to have their careers flourish. So we're very proud of that.
Well, that's another reason that I wanted to have you on the show today and to talk about what the work that goes on there, because so many times we're bombarded with the negatives and the news media and the negatives that are going on in our community. But right here in Douglasville, in Douglas County, we have a very positive approach to helping youth and to make a difference in their lives, especially with youth that have some troubled past or some troubled issues that are going on within their lives. And to let our viewers see that, you know, there's some folks out there that are passionate about making a difference, changing some lives, but doing it in a very positive, constructive manner right here in Douglasville and in Douglas County.
Yes.
And listening to you and watching you, talk about it, you can tell you're passionate about it, you believe in it, and it's not. It appears it's not just a job, is it?
Oh, no, no. I think for all of us, it's not just a job. Even during the recent ice storms, our staff are committed 24/7. They rearrange their schedules. They bring their suitcases. They plan to stay over. They would never leave our kids without proper attention, proper care, make sure that they're safe. The dedication we have on that campus is unbelievable.
Well, that was something that I sensed and saw with the people that I talked to, and in talking with you. And you see so many times people where they get up and they go to work and it's just a job. And then you see the people that it's really not work. It's their passion. It's their life. It's what they're doing. And they truly feel like they're making a difference. And to me, if you can do that, that's what it's all about. If you can make a difference in people's lives and within your community, then you're much more fulfilled with what you do on an everyday basis. When we're finishing up this part of the show, and we're going to segue right into talking a little bit about the AmeriCorps program. And we've got just a short little bit of time left. You want to say something about the AmeriCorps program before we get Katrina in to talk about that? Yes.
Our AmeriCorps members who serve on our campus about 11 months out of the year are integral part of our success with our kids. They involve our children by getting them understanding what it means to serve. Many of our kids have been victims a large part of their lives, and we want to teach our kids that they can serve others, that there's joy in that, there's hope in that, and that civic engagement is an important part of what AmeriCorps brings to our campus amongst all the other therapies and treatment modalities we provide. We are so proud of AmeriCorps members and thrilled to have them at Inner Harbor.
It's all about that sense of giving back to community, being a part of it, contributing, and making a difference. So, Emily, I believe that you're doing that. Looking at you and watching you, I can tell that you thoroughly enjoy doing that, and we appreciate having people like you making a difference within our community right here in Douglasville and Douglas County. And thank you for being with us today.
Thank you very much.
You have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
And now we have with us Ms. Katrina Word, who is the volunteer and mentor coordinator at what was Inner Harbor and now is Youth Villages. So tell me, Ms. Word, first of all, tell me a little bit about you. Tell me something about your background, where you went to school. Well, let's start there. I won't try to give you too many questions at one time. Tell me a little bit about you and your background, where you went to school, where you grew up.
Well, I'm a local gal.
Oh, okay, great.
So I went to high school in Bremen and went to college at the University of West Georgia. So my background is in finance, which is not normally what you would see when you work at a psychiatric residential facility for at-risk youth. I was at the BB&T here, and I was with the Fowlers with Douglas Federal Bank. So I have a background in Douglas County, and I have a love for Douglas County. But after about 10 years in banking, I had a realization that I wanted to do service. I was service oriented, and I wanted to do something that was meaningful to me. That I have this. Everyone has this part of them that wants to give back, that wants to be a part of something bigger, and I did. And so I left.
You left the banking business?
I left the banking business, and they were quite shocked by that because I was a branch manager at that time and assistant vice president. There are a lot of us, by the way.
Okay.
A lot of assistants.
Just don't tell them.
And I left, and I got my second degree. So I have a degree in anthropology and a degree in political science.
No, wait a minute. You were in the banking business. You got a degree in anthropology.
I did. And then political science.
And then political
science.
You got a varied background.
Yes.
Okay.
And as long as I excel at those backgrounds, I think it's more of a journey. It's part of the journey.
So what's the next step?
The next step was that I wanted to commit some time for service. So I knew that I was a little bit older. So
no,
I'm not
that old.
So I wasn't a typical AmeriCorps member.
Right.
So I joined AmeriCorps as a team leader. And I had a small team. It was where there was 4 of us. And we were given the task of creating a volunteer and mentor program for Inner Harbor.
Let me stop you there just a second. Tell our viewers a little bit. For some of them, they may not know about AmeriCorps.
Yeah.
Give us a little quick clip about AmeriCorps. What exactly is it?
Well, AmeriCorps is like domestic Peace Corps.
Okay.
So it's service here in the States, here in America. So they're fighting poverty, education, psycho and social issues that are happening in the United States.
Okay.
Some of them are focused on environmental concerns as well. So the one on campus that we have is focused on education.
Okay.
But my particular team was part of the Recovery Corps. So we were part of Recovery Dollars, and it's a one-time team, and we were given the task of creating a volunteer and mentor program that would have a lasting impact on that campus, that we could give back in a real way through volunteerism and mentorships.
So you started out with AmeriCorps, which is domestic-based.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to contribute and give back?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I know.
Why'd you want to do that?
I do. Well, it's the same, and this is what I tell my volunteers, and this is, when I tell people, or ask people, why do you volunteer? And I think that it's something that we all have in us. We want to be a part of something bigger. We want to be a part of a community. We want to know that we gave back and made this world a little bit better when we leave it.
You don't mean you want to make a
that.
difference, do you?
I want to make a difference.
And that's great.
I do. And every AmeriCorps member that we have on campus is like-minded in that way. They want to give back. They want to work with these kids, and they want to do something that will make a difference in the world. And it's a 10-month term, and some of them return for another 10 months. And they want to be there longer.
So how long were you with your AmeriCorps stint there at, did you spend the whole time at youth villages with AmeriCorps?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how long was it?
It was a 10-month term.
Okay.
And at the end of the term, they asked me to stay on and run the volunteer and mentoring program and do a bit of community outreach as well.
So let me see if I understand this now. You left banking.
I left banking.
And you were getting paid to do that,
I
right?
was getting paid to do banking. Yes.
Went to went back to school.
Yeah.
Got another degree.
Yes.
And decided to volunteer and work for nothing.
Yes.
Now, I can bet some of our viewers out there are going, I don't know if I do that. So why did you do that?
It's a drive. It is a drive that is in you. And it's a drive that if you're not following it, you know it, and you're not comfortable. So some people are comfortable exactly where they are in life, and because they're doing what they're meant to be doing. And it doesn't mean that a service-oriented career means more than banking, finance, or working in a corporate world. It just means that I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing, and it did not feel right.
You weren't getting that sense of fulfillment.
Was not getting that sense of fulfillment.
So did you get that with AmeriCorps and what you were doing?
Mm-hmm. And I get it at Inner Harbor, and I get it at Youth Villages Inner Harbor every single day. When I pull on that campus, I know I'm home. I left last night at 8 o'clock last night, and as I was pulling away from the campus, and as I was doing the work that I was doing, I thought, this is time away from my family, but it's impactful and meaningful. And so it's it's understandable.
fulfilling.
It's fulfilling.
You
Yeah.
feel like you're truly making a difference, changing some lives, and truly making a difference in this world.
And it's not just about me. My mentors, the other AmeriCorps members, outside people, same way. You know,
So you mean there's others out there like
there's
that?
others like
Get outta
that
here.
right here in Douglas County.
Right here in Douglasville and Douglas County?
Yeah. And we have high school students who are minimum time AmeriCorps members who are serving and acting as AmeriCorps members. Maybe not the 10-month commitment, but they're AmeriCorps members.
And I bet if some of our viewers out there get in touch with you, you could get them plugged in, couldn't you?
Definitely.
Help them find that
Absolutely.
sense of fulfillment.
Absolutely.
Help them, through volunteering, make a difference in their communities right here in Douglasville and Douglas County.
Yeah.
Because it's happening every day.
Yes, every single day.
Well, tell me a little bit about the mentoring. How exactly does that work, and what are you doing with it?
Well, the mentoring program is one of the most robust programs as far as the volunteer programs on campus, and it's where my heart lies. We are pairing trusted adults with young people who have no reason in the world to trust an adult. But we're bringing them with people who care about them, who are spending an hour a week with them.
Does that make a difference?
Oh, it makes a huge difference. And I am very particular about my mentors. We fully background check them, we fingerprint them, I interview them, I get to know them. And by that time, I know which young person they should be paired with, that they'll have things in common with, that they'll get along with. You know, the kids will enjoy their company. And they'll spend an hour a week with this young person, and it'll make all the world's difference to them.
Do you see lives changed as a result of this?
Yeah, I do.
Both with the mentor and mentee?
I do. And I see there's that enrichment. And I hear it from mentors all the time. I started this, and I wanted to give back, and I wanted to make a difference. And by the end of it, I'm a whole different person. I feel fulfilled. I feel like this child has made a difference in my life. And our AmeriCorps members leave that way too. You know, they're working in the classroom, they're acting as classroom mentors, they're doing after-school activities. I always make a joke, anything wonderful and magical happening on campus, AmeriCorps driven or volunteer driven.
And all those folks are getting paid how much?
They're getting a small living stipend, so they're volunteers. They're not being paid a salary at all.
And certainly for their qualifications, skills, educations, and abilities.
Yeah.
When you really get right down to it, they're volunteering their time, their energies, and their efforts. What does that now again make a difference in people's lives?
Yeah, they make a difference. They do. And there's over 500 applicants for 20 spots on that campus. You know, we're proud of that AmeriCorps program. They're bringing something special.
And that's how you started out.
That's how I
with the
started
AmeriCorps program, working for nothing, basically, just to make a difference in somebody's life and get that sense of fulfillment that it's very evident that you're getting.
Yeah.
And as I was talking earlier with Miss Aker, that's something that I saw when I was out week before last, that true passion and commitment and dedication to what you're doing. And you can tell, just like Miss Aker, just like I've watched with you and all the other staff that I interacted with that day, there's a true passion there. And people feel like they are making a difference and they're enjoying it.
Yeah, we care about these kids.
So now, how long have you been there?
I've been there 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Where are you going next?
I don't plan on leaving.
You're going to stay right there?
I'm going to stay right there. I may adjust some of the things that I'm doing. I'm working toward a Master's of Occupational Therapy, but I'll be working with trauma-based kids.
So now, where do you live?
I live in Carrollton.
You live in Carrollton. So basically, you are local.
I am local.
So local, homegrown.
Local, homegrown.
Went to school in West Georgia.
Went to school at West Georgia.
And decided to stay right here in Douglasville, Douglas County.
And love this county.
And love it and make a difference in people's lives.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the things that our viewers hear me say every day, in that I feel that we have one of the premier places in America to live, work, play, and raise our families. And it's people like you, Miss Aker, and all the others that are at youth villages that truly care about what they're doing, that care about our community, and are truly making a difference in people's lives. And that's just one of the things that helps make our community the great community and the great place that it is to live in. So, Miss Word, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
We certainly enjoy it. You keep up the good work. Keep making a difference in those kids' lives.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in with us today and having Miss Aker and Miss Word with Youth Villages and listening to a little bit about what's going on within our community in working with youth, troubled lives, and truly making a difference. I believe you saw today some very passionate individuals about the job that they're doing, the work, not the job that they're doing, but the work that they're doing to make a difference. And wanted to bring that to you to let you know what's going on within our community to make a difference. So as you heard me say a little bit earlier, with the Mentor Program, if you'll get in touch with us, we can put you in touch with Miss Word, and she can plug you in and let you also help make a difference. So tune in with us next week, and we'll have another story, another thing that will show you what's going on within Douglasville and Douglas County in the great community that we live in. Thank you. God bless you. Have a great day.